Priorities. Joel was looking forward to our break. He was an incredibly hard worker. He was almost addicted to work. He got a kick out of meeting targets and exceeding them. He was a high achiever and proud of it. The only problem was that he was wearing himself into the ground. Not only that, but he was skating on the ice when it came to his relationship with his wife Diane. Diane was a permit and worked retail hours. She realized her work and found great satisfaction in helping and advising people as much as she could. Of course, like any job, it comes with its fluctuation, but overall, she enjoyed her work and the sociable working hours. Diane treasured her weekends doing exciting new things with her friends, and when he was free from work commitments, Joel. The difference between Joel and Diane was that Joel lived to work and Diane worked to live. For Diane, it was imperative that she enjoy her free time. She didn't want to think about work when she was there. In her opinion, life was about exploring, pushing herself and experiencing joy in the little things. Joel worked for a publishing company and fell under pressure to have two others he represented as much as he could. This meant long, tiring arduous days on the telephone, at meetings and smoozing at worrying events across the city. Due to Joel Long's unsociable working hours, the amount of quality time he and Diane spent together was slowly diminishing. They were like ships passing in the night. Often, when they had still a moment together, they will talk about mundane things like the washing, grocery shopping, or bills. The romance one fading before their very eyes. Diane and Joe met through friends and hit it off instantly. They shared similar hobbies and interests, and most importantly, they had the same sarcastic, dry sense of humor. They met each other whole with laughter. That laughter had disappeared in Rismond as rock had consumed Joel's life. Diane had tried to speak to him about it, but he didn't see a problem. He wanted to sit in his role so they could have the finer things in life. But Diane wasn't interested in that. Diane wanted to earn enough money to do fun things and spend quality time with the people she loved. She didn't care about showing off or keeping up with the Jonas. Diane was beginning to wonder whether Joel cared more about his role at the publishing house than he did as her husband. Diane felt as though she was fading into the background. She had become invisible. She made their brows louder. The way he made time for her, and the little things they do together. Joel missed spending time with Diane too. He was so preoccupied that he didn't realize how much he was away from home. He adored his work and felt like he was making a difference, but at what cost? Diane discussed her conquests with her friends one Friday evening over curry and burst in the local pub. Her friends were an electric group on inspiring people she met over the years, and although they were all incredibly different, They got on like a house on fire. They gave her a wide range of opinions and advice. In the end, she knew she just had to follow her gut instincts, and that was to tell the truth. No matter how confrontational, it was the right thing to do. The next day, when Joel and her rare day off, she made breakfast and eloquently told him how she felt he was neglecting their relationship, but more importantly himself. He had always said that he will never get wrapped up in work and that he will be able to spare his life from his job, no matter how much he loved and drew value from it. The realization suddenly dawned on Joel that he had become all consumed by money. Yes, he did want to have his clients, but he had become greedy. He wanted more commission and a higher status at work. He suddenly felt ashamed. He had jumped on the hamster wheel of working life and forgotten some of his core values. He took a step back and refollowed what he had been doing. He didn't want to lose the one of a keen relationship that he saw with Diane. He concluded that he could still be a hard work, but that didn't have to jeopardize the good things in his life. He needed to remember that he was replaceable at work, but he will never be replaceable to Diane and their family and friends. He was an integral part of their lives and they missed him. He took a step back and made time for himself, for Diane and for his mental health. Work was one of his passions, but it needed become his life. His life was his friends, family, and Diane and her realized it was high time he made them his priority again.